Good morning. Happy Monday. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Hopefully everybody had a good weekend getting rolling here. I just had my coffee brewed. As always, I'm going to move my camera because there's my tripod in the back. Thanks for joining. Happy Monday. Hopefully everybody had a good weekend. I had a great weekend. Nice and sunny. If you're joining for the first time, don't be afraid to say hi. Good group of people here, the coffee crew. As they roll in, we will say hi to everybody. But if you're watching on the replay or if it's your first time, don't be afraid to comment, leave a like, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. You can see I don't have a jacket on today because it is roasting. We're in a bit of a heat wave over here on the West Coast. It was a great weekend. It's about 30 degrees actually, so it's like summer has hit, and with that, all the flowers are out. So if I start sneezing, that's what it's from. I've been like stuffed up for the last few days, and it seems like there's a tree outside or some trees down the street that blossomed all of a sudden, and I can feel it with I guess I have allergies, but there we go. Let's go see who is here. Happy Monday, and let's remove my comment. We don't do that. And Stan, good morning. Hopefully you're doing well. First one here today, and actually first for the last few days. So that's awesome. Congratulations. You did beat Candace because Candace is back. Candace is back in action. Good to have you back, Candace. Good to see you're feeling on the mend. And caught your live stream yesterday. I couldn't catch it all, but caught the beginning. So awesome to see you back. It's great. And take care of yourself. Hopefully you know what you need to do, and that's good. It's good to have you back. And doing the YouTube stuff is stressful as well as day trading. If you haven't checked it out yet, check out Candace's video on her channel. You'll find out all about what happened. And it's good to have you back. There we go. We'll have to get you back on. We'll have to have you back on the now that you're not day trading as much, Candace. We'll have you back on the live stream maybe one morning. That would be awesome if you're into it. Just when you're feeling into it. And your jokes, we missed these. What did the banana say to the financial advisor? I'm in it for the long peel. Let's make some appealing investments. That's a good one. That is a good, actually. Good and terrible. Long term. That's me. I'm in for the long. I'm in for the long peel as well. And Zach's back. Good to have you back, Zach. Hopefully you're keeping busy with work. I know you pop in when you can. That's good. Hopefully your XEQT positions are growing nicely. If you're working more, it means you can add more. I forget how many you try to add a week. Let us know, Zach, in the comments. I can't remember. I think it's like 10 or something like that. If you're able to. That's one position I'm adding to. So obviously it's Monday, so I do my weekly TFSA deposit of $100 every Monday, still sticking with it. And I did that today. So the channel members, you can see that over on the community tab when I buy and what I bought. So today was XEQT, and I actually got some TransAlta renewables. I was planning to buy some of those for the last little bit, and actually kind of got them before. I guess it's kind of had a little bit of a jump today on the price, and I got in. I had my buy set up like for right away, so it worked out. So I'm up a little bit. I'm down, but I'm up on today's buys. Anyways, Frosty Fire, good morning. Good to have you here. I love that icon, the duck. And Dang Magic is here. He's got coffee brewing. I do need coffee today. That is the one thing. I have to make some iced coffee, I think, with the heat. Today, it's going to be hot. And Claudio Souza, good morning. Good morning. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you're investing. Let us know as well, because I do my Monday buys. But let me know if anybody else bought anything already today. That kind of thing. It's always good to hear what other people are buying and looking at and all that kind of good stuff. So we lowered the amount. Okay, that's all right though. That's still pretty good. $125 a week. Decided on this as it's the max of my TFSA divided by number of weeks, just to remain consistent. Good call. There you go. Okay, so you make that out. I'm not in the position. Well, I'm not in the position to remotely hit my TFSA limit. Obviously, everybody can see the balance of it, what it is. But that makes sense. I'm trying to kind of get in the minimum of that, annual amount, and that makes sense. So like if I actually bump mine up by $25, that would cover me for the year. So good call on that one. So people are wondering why that amount. That's that covers the limit of what you're kind of allowed to put in for this year. But if you have more room, you have more room. As you can see, like Zach, I put in that big bump of XEQT a few weeks ago now, and I'm still nowhere near my my limit, but over the limit for the year, which is awesome. So I've kind of put more in my TFSA than I was maybe expecting to, because I was just going to be carrying on the weekly deposits, but just worked out. If you have some extra funds to move around and place around, all that kind of stuff, it works. And work's been busy for me as well, so that's always good. So there'll be hopefully some extra money, but then you always get extra bills, right? Like it never, it's like more comes in, and then you end up getting some kind of expense and stuff that comes in, and you look at, like, you get your credit card bill at the end of the month, you're like, where the heck did all that money go? Because you got other things. I know I've had my car tires. I got to get new winter tires now. I've had tax time, so you have your accounting person doing the taxes, that goes in there. It's just like, it seems like it's never ending. So never ending. There's always more going. It seems like there's always more going out than coming in for whatever reason. And then groceries, right? Expensive. We talk about that a lot. Heat dome. Candace, I'm not calling it a heat dome yet, but it is quite warm. It'll be, I think, the warmest today, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check the weather as we turn into from a finance to a weather channel. Severe weather alert. It's supposed to get up to 20. It's supposed to get up. So, yesterday was the warmest, 30 degrees yesterday here, and then today is supposed to be 29. So another hot day. So it's kicking around. But then I think it looks like it's supposed to kind of cool off towards the middle of the week, which is good. Fortunately, my place where I'm on the ground floor, so it stays kind of cool, or relatively cool, and you can open the windows and get some air through, which is good. And I probably will pull out. I have an air conditioning, so that will probably be coming out today. Haven't needed it yet, but the heat's been kicking around for a few days, so it's gotten hotter. Feels hotter as we go. Let's make sure I've caught everybody that showed up. I did. As always, don't be afraid to make a comment. That's all good. Anything on everybody's mind. It's all about you, not always about me. And Justin got his pool up. I always wish that in the summer, Justin. I wish I had a pool. I don't. I should one day move to a building that has a pool. So that's good. Up in your backyard. That's awesome. You can go and relax in the heat. That would be nice. Although I'm really close to some lakes. That's for sure. There's one up the road that's great in the summer. You can just literally pull off on the side of the road, and it's maybe 10 minutes away. So I've got a nice spot there, I figured out, and you kind of sneak down the trail and it's nobody there. So that's probably where I'll head. Last year I actually would go up there for like lunch kind of thing. You go and pop up there for an hour or so and then come back to work, and nobody would know you're gone. So there we go. Let's see how the market is doing. I actually had a couple of articles to pull up. And let's hopefully our screen share is working, because if it's not, that's going to be frustrating, but that's the way things roll. Let's pull this up. Kind of two related articles. Oh, and it works. There we go. Awesome. It is working. So average house prices in Canada up $100,000 since January. It was all kind of like doom and gloom in the housing market back in the winter, and now this covers because they did kind of come down in price in a lot of areas because of interest rates gone up, right? Obviously, interest rates went up a lot, and but there was a report came out today, Monday. Average selling price of a home that's sold on the MLS system in April went for $716, fourth monthly increase in a row, and it marks a collective increase of more than $100,000 since the start of the year. And now, but the peak, again, it's still down a little bit from the peak, after peaking at just over $816,000 in February 2022. So prices are still down from the peak of the market in 2022, but coming back up. That's still expensive. It is pricey out there, that's for sure. and the average price bottomed out a few months later. This is back in 2022. In July, they bottomed out for 630. So they're up quite a bit, which is pretty crazy. But mostly it looks like it's up. The sales are up in like the areas that were always super expensive, right? Toronto, GTA area, and the lower mainland of British Columbia. Those are where it's up. But the national average price has dropped by more than 144,000. So in places that are not Toronto or Vancouver, so there's still prices are down in different areas. And we're seeing that. Out here, I don't know the Toronto area that well. I should really have my buddy Rob come back on the show. He does know Ontario really well, or areas of Ontario quite well. But I know some places out here in the suburbs, that kind of stuff, prices are still down from the peak, which is good if you're looking to buy, not so good if you're looking necessarily to sell and you had to buy at the peak. But that's the way investing goes. Housing is just like any other, well, just like people were treating it like a crazy investment, but it just shows that it can go down, just like we see in our portfolios sometimes. But on the note of portfolios, I had such a good weekend not working, and I didn't get around to doing my portfolio update. I will get to that. It's still doing okay. It's still down, but happy with where the direction of it is going. I think it's interesting how it's taken, the better part of kind of 2 years to kind of get into the groove, I guess would be the best way to describe it, and kind of be happy with what you hold. You learn from some mistakes, and you reposition things and reallocate and finally figure out kind of where the direction you want to go. It takes time. You learn from your mistakes. On the portfolio note as well, we talked about it on Friday a little bit. I was debating whether to sell my Google yield shares. I had 20 shares of that ETF, and I was up about 25%, and I decided to sell them. So I sold those on Friday, actually kind of just after the live stream, and really just put them into mostly into XEQT. So took some profit, which is nice. It's nice. That's one thing I have to get better at on my with my portfolio. So I kind of took that 25%, roughly 25%, and ran with it. So that was kind of nice. It's nice to sell something on the when it's up, and have, that was kind of a good thing. And I can always kind of get into that again if I want to down the road. No plans. There is that plan though to add once YouTube pays me a check from these ads. Well, thank you for everybody for watching. Once YouTube pays me a check, it'll be about $100. I think by next month it'll be just a little bit over 100, and that's where it's going to get split in. So I will be buying some Google. So it'll be split into Google and Fortis. That's what all the channel viewers and members chose. So we're going to evenly split the YouTube earnings as they roll in slowly but surely into all of them into the portfolio. So that was part of the reason for selling the yield Google shares as well, and just not double up on stuff. Obviously a little bit different type of investment, but with that ETF over top of just the actual Google. But that's the goal. That's the plan. And I will get that. I will get a channel update kind of filmed this week at some point when I do have some time. There's never enough time in the days, believe me, to sometimes get everything done that you want to accomplish. That's for sure. So go slowly but surely with that. But the channel seems to be doing okay. It seems to be, I think, with the market kind of doing, not too bad. It's still volatile out there. There's the debt ceiling coming up in the States. So there's lots of stuff happening with that, apprehension and everything else with the market. But I think that with the channel, like, it's been kind of growing slowly but steadily. So I think that's a good thing. For you kind of look at what the market's doing. So maybe people are getting more interested in investing because for different reasons, which is good. And I still do a lot of lurking over on Blossom. I don't post there very much, but I do I'll comment the odd time for people's comments. But so there's some good information out there. If people haven't joined that yet, check that out. I'll give a shout out to Candace. I know she's quite active on there. I don't have my portfolio linked, so I can't share like a referral link or anything like that. But go over to Candace's channel if you haven't joined, and join up through her channel. I think she gets like $5 or something like that. I think you get a sign up. I think you get a sign up. You get a bonus if you sign up through a link as well. So do that. Check it out if you haven't, because there's some good info on there. There's some good posters on people that post on there, and it's Canadian, which is good. And I know they released they have a pro version, paid version. I'm trying to get away from subscriptions, so I haven't joined as a pro. I don't have my portfolio linked over there, so I don't necessarily won't necessarily benefit from pro version. I might look at something like that if they eventually do. I really wish they had a desktop browser version of the app to be able to log into. I would probably join if they have that. Now I think they're working on that. Maybe Candace, maybe because Blossom Rocks. It is good. There's definitely some smart people over there. It's kind of neat. It's kind of interesting to see people's portfolios and the breakdowns and all that kind of stuff. I know if you're looking at mine over there, it's neglected. I should probably just take it all off, because I always forget to, if I sell or buy something, I always forget to go over there and manually do it. And I just don't have it logged in for whatever reason. Everybody kind of knows I don't know. I just don't want it all on there. But it's a good community for sure. There's there's also a lot of other YouTubers on there that share their, much like this channel, share their portfolios and tips and all that kind of good stuff. So there's some good things to find, and it's nice because it's Canadian. So there's definitely a difference between Canadian finance YouTubers and American finance YouTubers. I guess technically I'm a finance YouTuber, but it's I'm not the I just share and use it for more learning as opposed to teaching, I guess would be the best thing. But it's definitely some good people over there. So check it out. Blossom Rocks, as Candace says. And yeah, that's all I had to bring up. I had only had that one article. I had another one that pulled up was kind of related, but it was relating to the price of housing is going up. That it's kind of mentioning that with the prices of housing gone up, that may shift and delay the Bank of Canada from rate cuts. It's hard to know what the heck's going to happen with rates. I think they're going to try and keep them where they are for as long as possible. But we'll have to really see. It seems like it's almost kind of like people you're kind of getting, I don't want to say get used to them, but you kind of get used to where the rates are, and just kind of then life goes on kind of what's on there, and you almost get kind of used to these higher rates. I don't think we're going to have these low rates that we had for the past. It seems like since 2020 dropped a big, but even before then. But hard to know what the heck's going to happen in there when the next one comes up, and I think we'll be paused again probably, but we'll have to see. Anything can happen. Let's check out. We haven't looked at the Coffee Crew watch list for a while, so let's pull that up. And for those that are watching, if it's your first time, we have a watch list it's on my Google. I still got to figure out, if me knows, let me know in the comments. I got to figure out a good way to kind of be able to share this publicly, but there's no way to do that with Google Finance, because I'm logged into my Google account, unfortunately. If anybody knows of a good website or something where you can share like a watch list, that'd be good, because I'll put those in the links to my video descriptions. But these are the ones that everybody's kind of watching. So if you have anything else that looks like we're kind of red and mixed today, but if anybody has any stocks or ETFs that they're watching or want to kind of look at, or suggest, these are kind of, obviously not financial advice ever, but these are kind of suggestions from viewers that are invested in or are watching. So it's kind of a good starting point if anybody's kind of interested, because we do have these are kind of, a lot of these in the Coffee Crew watch list, these are individual shares. There is some ETFs in here as well, though, that are popular with the group. I think one of the biggest is if you're still watching, XEQT's on there. That's one of the popular ones, but there's also some of the BMO ETFs are on there, and a few other of the individual kind of individual shares. And we've almost kind of broke them down though. We've got some renewable ones. We've got some REITs, which REITs aren't doing necessarily the greatest right now, especially office REITs, but and some gold, and we've also got some tech ETFs in there that we're watching. And what's the last one? My last one, my YouTube one. Those are the ones I'm going to put into Google and Fortis. That was kind of voted by the coffee crew. So if anybody wants anything added, or if anybody has a question on any of them, there's a good chance that if I can't help you and point you in the right direction, there's a good chance that someone in the comments will. So it's always good. Those are always kind of fun to kind of watch. I've got nothing else that I want to add into my portfolio at all. Just build up what positions I kind of have. That's the goal. Don't have my eyes on anything else other than adding Google and Fortis eventually, probably next month, or this month. YouTube usually pays on I'm going to assume it's the same as my other channel, but it's usually towards the end of the month. So usually it's like May 21st, and then the earnings usually arrive a couple days later, is when they send out the notice. So it might be this month. We'll get that adjusted. But what I'll do is, for those as well, when I get those goes through, I've shared it already on my for the channel members, is the YouTube earnings, so you can kind of see behind the scenes what actually comes in. I'm not going to be retiring anytime soon on YouTube, but put that little bit in, and so I'll do a video for the members to see, so they can kind of, because they're the ones that have helped me choose the investments, and the channel members are the ones that pay for their channel memberships. So give them a bit of inclusion in that. Be kind of fun. We'll have to kind of see. I still have to work in some kind of contest or something for the channel members somehow, and give some more benefit. All right. There we go. Well, that's all I got for Monday. If anybody has any comments, questions, now's the time to fire them in. I do have, again, it's been a busy week, so I do have work. We will be cutting out probably about 1:45 as usual. Usually going for 45 minutes anyways. But if anybody has any kind of last minute questions, comments, do let me know in the chat. It's always good. We'll kind of see what anybody else has on their mind. I've done my spiels for the day. I've done my purchases. I'm caught up today, and then it's just off to work as we go. And if there's no one, that's okay. Everybody's probably out enjoying the sun where you are. I don't know. Get the day off and hit the sun. So quiet Monday for chat. People still waking up on there with their for their day, maybe, or on holidays. I have to take a holiday this year. I think I'm going to take a week off. That's for sure. There'll probably be a week off when I'm off the channel. No streams, no worries, no nothing, and then take a good week off. Take a good week off. Keep the computer off. Keep the phone off as much as possible as well, and do that way for summer. Anyways, there we go, everybody. Well, let's you know what? Let's cut it short today, because this is all right. I've got everything off my chest that I wanted to get off the chest, and if nobody wants to chat, that's okay too. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. Short and sweet today. Thanks for watching the channel. Always appreciated. Thanks to the coffee crew that does tune in every day, leaving comments on the channel, liking the streams, liking all the videos, all that good stuff. And we'll catch you again. We'll catch you in the next one. We'll get this scheduled. We'll get going. I can feel it's hot today already. I can feel my face is already red. So I'm gonna go plug in that air conditioning, I think, a little bit early this morning, and get to work. And we'll catch you all in the next one. It's been awesome. Thanks, everybody.